Hello and welcome, Mir and Brahma, Mir Dita, Mir Savini. Yeah, all of the above. I'm glad that you're here, and we're carrying on with Noizy's album, Icon, and next track in line is Netet, Vona. And I thought, you know what, it's fitting. It is right now as I record this. What time is it? Hold on. It is 10:30 p.m. So Netet, Vona. It kind of fits in. Right, let's go. No more talking, more watching. Featuring ALBANIAN. He's alright, He's got a couple of decent tracks, like some of the summer bangers that he brings out, they're alright. But then he's got a lot of tracks where he's, you know, almost crying on them, and it's like, dude, come on. Not every track. But let's see what he brings. It's, you know, let's just face it, it is the typical Albanian beat, really, isn't it? That sort of reggaeton style beat. And, you know, the thing is, it works, even if the track is not even that good. And I'm not saying this is that track, but I'm just saying, like, in general, even if the track's not that good, the music itself just makes you want to move. That's the whole point of it. But sometimes, you know, it's like overdone. It's been overdone.
I love the way she dances when she moving to the beat. Musica reggaeton, de momenti romantic. Pushing off her French, mon amor, scarcity. Mami, che culo, mami, mi gusto.
See, again, I like his normal accent. It's standard, it's normal, there's nothing wrong with it. But I just feel like going back to the Follow You track, I know people in the comments, some have agreed, some have disagreed. They're like, you know, they're using TikTok as a measure of good music. Oh, it had X amount, a million views on TikTok. It's like, well, that doesn't mean shit. Do you know what I mean? That's just TikTok. I didn't realize TikTok became the RIAA. Do you know what I mean? Certifying fucking albums and shit and songs. But yeah, so that was, you know, for me, that I've already made my piece on that track. So go watch the last part. So I think it's part 3, I believe, of the videos. And yeah, let's go.
Baby girl, don't melody, lui me passa. Sippy champagne while I'm smoking some ganja. Giro me ciutate, già mazzis in a banda. Aia da me scosa, ma nel con assa.
Nice.
Un vettam che te do. Yo has het je ter samen.
Honestly, it's such a generic beat, but it just works. It just works. It's got a good voice though, I've got to say.
Jam gavimet martirani, e kam unë konsonte, më nga në frima jote, kjo ona ta jombre. Netet e vona, kur flajto kit bota, jo ftyre jot, ja unë sillet ka koka. Trunin ma pen ma shumë se 20 shoca, nëse ti e doza, letëm kambi doza.
I gotta say, right, ALBANIAN brought it, right. I think that's a cool little verse from him, to be honest, with his singing. I like it. It fits, you know what the track is. You know what he brings, and it just sort of fits together. It kind of makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Whether you rate it highly or not, that's a different conversation, I guess. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is his crying part of the song. I can imagine the video, like, you know, him just sat on his bed with one beam of light coming through the curtains at night time, and him just sort of crying and looking at a picture. I can see it.
Noi cercava te hola Nzete psijash po pjem bura
That's it. You know, you put a basic beat, you put a catchy hook. That's it. You've got yourself a summer vibe. That's all it's about. That's it. And this could potentially go into that, I guess, more during the sort of later summer months when everyone's going home and their holiday romances is coming to an end. This is the type of track that they put on. Like, you know, I think about you during the late nights. That's what it is. Late nights.
Vona Del më vjen të manga kjo ora Poshtë në qashafë të holla Nzete psijash po pjem bura A vjen me mu, a vjen me mu, a vjen me mu A vjen me mu, a vjen me mu, a vjen me mu
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That was a fun track to listen to, and there's been a few of those on this album where it's like, you know, there's not much really to it, but you kind of enjoy it anyway because it's that type of track. But whether it adds value to Noizy as an artist or his album, like this project, again, that's all subjective. It, you know, people have different thoughts. Like I said, you know, there's people who love the track "Follow You." That's fine. I'm not going to tell you that your taste is shit or anything like that. It's up to you what you listen to. But for what I like and for what I consider like, you know, a hip hop artist with a hip hop album, because surely it hasn't been marketed any other way. There's certain tracks that I just feel like it's a bit weak and it's a bit on the repetitive side. And again, I think we heard this style of track earlier on in the album. But like I said, I'll do my ratings right at the end. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Next track, NENDETSE, Submarine. Cool. Take my flies. Get out of here, fly.
Ftyra si pepe, trupi shumë seksi Mendjen tendu me hëngër si treqe Hajde thot preke, nuk ka komplekse
I mean, that stuff can get sickly real quick. Do you know what I mean? The bowl sizes, I feel they're a bit too big for what the dessert is. It's just a bit too decadent.
Treqe, hajde thot preke, nuk ka komplekse e kam nevoj për nëndetse Ftyra si pepe, trupi shumë seksi
Damn, is that a bit on the naughty side? Do you know what I mean? Ubo kam nevoj për nëndetse. Damn, she went like that. But, you know, it's open for interpretation, I guess.
Ftyra si pepe, trupi shumë seksi Mendjen tendu me hëngër si treqe Hajde thot preke, nuk ka komplekse e kam nevoj për
That's a naughty line right there. That's what that is.
Une me ty Do t'i bëj të gjitha
Get me.
Une e ti Ki me kone imja Une me ty Do t'i bëj të gjitha Une e ti Ki me kone imja Me të ti qka më de kur të kam përba Kur të kam përba I sigur të menoj që jam kannibal Jam kannibal Me të ti qka më de kur të kam përba Kur të kam përba I sigur të menoj që nuk jam normal Ftyra si pepe, trupi shumë seksi
Again, a few club tracks as well, which, you know, a couple of them were all right actually, and like, do you know what? Let me just, like, I think it was Chanton, wasn't it? That track was a bit of a fast track as well. Like, that felt a bit weird. Faster, I really loved. I thought that was excellent. It started off like, what the hell are you talking about? But that was brilliant track. Really enjoyed that. And then the rest, obviously, as you know. So look, I'm not going to repeat myself. Go watch the other videos and you can let me know in the comments. But I just, again, you know, we've had a track like this already. Do you know what I mean? This sort of tempo, this sort of vibe. And for an artist to do an album, I just feel like that they need to be a bit more, like they need to put a bit more on the creative side, you know what I mean? to make a very good and lasting album, like you just need to do something, you know, a bit more on the creative side. And I just feel like these sort of club tracks, they're a bit of a cop out because they're a bit easy to make. Again, I understand why he would, or an artist would put this type of track on their album because, you know, it will get radio play. You know, this is the type of track that will get radio play. But I just feel like for a hip hop artist, you know, maybe it's a bit too experimental. Do you know what I mean? It's gone a bit too far on the dance. It's like, okay, it just feels like he's doing it more for the commercial value rather than, you know, a great bit of project, you know.
Them ride pak Po han me ty nuk është enough Ke qa kom tash në ti I ki Jap se pa ty nuk mund të ri Multitalenti s'ka komplekse Shumë elastike s'ka defekte Shikimi prej no intelekte Kresimi 10 excelente Ti allo, allo, allo Koha me ty ndallo, ndallo, ndallo Tu me konte ajo, ajo, ajo Një jet me ty pako
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I have any more to add to what I've already said about this track. So that's where you guys come in and you let me know what you feel about this. And obviously by the end, I genuinely want to know your opinions, and I'll put a poll out for people to vote on, you know, in terms of what they feel about this album. And look, I get that Noizy has a lot of fans out there and diehard fans who will obviously, you know, be in the comments very, very soon, no doubt. But I just need them to know that there is absolutely no hate towards Noizy at all. Like, you know, that's the trouble with this channel, as I've said before. It's, you know, sometimes you get a bit too real and people take it a bit too seriously. It's like, you know, just relax. You know, these are my opinions. So, but yeah, like this track, we're just going to bring it to an end. I don't have much to add to it, to be honest. I've already said what I need to say. You know what I mean? A track has to be really, really terrible for me to skip, and that's what I did with Follow You. By the end, it was like, all right, now this is just getting too much now. But with this track, you know, I don't hate it that much for me to skip through it, but it's come to an end, to a natural end anyway. And for what it was, I feel like 3 minutes, 22 seconds is just a bit of a long run time for this type of track. You know, maybe 2 minutes 20 would have been just perfect, like a minute less would have been perfect, but hey ho, you know what I mean? Like this, just that's what I was trying to point. I'm trying to make is just it doesn't feel like the album has a real identity of what he's trying to bring across. And I said, I think I can't remember, maybe part 2. You know, it's called The Icon, and I just don't think it's lived up to that name and Noizy's name. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's definitely come short. There's been about 4 or 5 tracks from 19 that have been very good, and my general rule of thumb is, like, you know, it has to be more than, like, if it's 19 tracks, at least 10 tracks have to be spot on for it to be classed as a great album, in my opinion. Again, my opinion, just relax. So I just feel like this has fallen short so far, and I know there's definitely a few more tracks to go, so, you know, no decision has been made. But right now, where I'm sat right now. I just feel like it's come a bit short. But anyway, let's go. We'll do another track and then we'll bring this part to an end. Combo. Let's do it. Let's see what he brings on this. Sounds like it's gonna be naughty. Little pizzicato. There's that beat again, you know. It's I'm not even making it up. It just happens, you know. It's not even scripted. It's right there. Combo and combo, nice. You know what? This sounds like the type of track that Vona would do, and I wouldn't even be mad if he dropped a track like this. But anyway, let's go. Let's go. It's still early. Still early. We're almost a minute in. See, it just makes you move, and it's irrelevant of what's been said. The beat makes you fucking move. And sometimes it feels like a cheat beat. Do you know what I mean? It's like where you don't really have anything strong, but you're like, do you know what? Let's just put this to a reggaeton beat, and people will move to it. And that's exactly what I feel like has happened. It's just a sing along, you know. That's sing along tracks. Again, it's like 45 seconds of the track taken up by the hook. But that guitar's beautiful though. Again, it could be split into winter tracks and summer tracks if you're going to go by seasons, because the latter half of this album has been just, you know, like just throwing summer tracks at a wall and just seeing what sticks. Wow, it's too late. I can't even function right now. Beats have been, you know, production value, it's been on point. I can't fault that at all, and that's the sort of saving grace more than anything from this album. And the beats there've been such variety of them that, again, it feels out of this. They should be in this album, but the fact that they are, and they sound excellent, that's, you know, it's irrelevant in terms of when it comes to production value. It's like, yeah, it sounds good. That's what matters. Clear enough. And they have, even though they've been mostly repetitive tracks with this sort of reggaeton style beat, they've still been on point. And like I say, you can't help but sort of, you know, bop to it a little bit. as you saw there in the video. If you missed it, then you can go back and watch the little bopping in the video, just little movements. But yeah, look, there is, I think after this, there is, I think 4 more tracks. We'll do that in one full video on the next part. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, cool. So yeah, we'll do that on the next part. That'll be the final part of the album, and then I'll just wrap it up with a separate video, letting you know my thoughts. That didn't make any sense, but hopefully you understood that. And right, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's fine. Whatever you're thinking, just let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna go. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay alert.